Today we're jumping into Anime Story, a new Roblox game that's honestly way better than I expected. I've already played it a bit, and I'm really enjoying it so far. So let's start by getting some new units, and I will show you everything this game has to offer. Right now, I have 36,000 gems, which is a huge amount, enough for around 120 summons. We have a good chance to pull something strong today. Maybe even a secret, or a few mythics if we are lucky. Alright, let's start summoning. First roll, and we already got a legendary. That is a really good start, since the summon rate is only 9.5%. That is some nice luck already. Let's keep going. Next 10 rolls, more legendaries and a few epics. Not bad, but what I really want is a mythical or a secret unit. Come on, give me something big. And there it is. We got Ichi, our first mythic unit. That is exactly what we needed, and one of the strongest units in the game right now. A huge win for us. Let's keep summoning. We still have tons of gems left. We are getting more legendaries and some epics, but nothing too crazy yet. Still not bad at all. When you see that golden glow on the summon animation, you already know something good is coming. By the way, all these gems came from codes, so make sure you use every single one when you start playing. It is an easy way to get a strong team early. Here are all the available codes. Now let's check out our team. The best lineup right now is Ichi, Ace and Shinobi. That is a pretty solid setup for a new account. Let's equip them and see what kind of power we have. One really cool thing about this game is that every unit has a passive ability. It is not only about stats, because some passives can buff your entire team. For example, some units give bonus damage, others reduce damage taken, and some even apply burn or stun effects. I am going to switch to Ruki because her passive reduces incoming damage by 30%, which will be super helpful for boss fights later on. Now let's move on to traits. All my reroll tokens also came from codes, so again, make sure you use them when you start. First, we will reroll the demon unit, and we got Deadeye, which is a mythical trait that boosts both critical chance and critical damage. That is perfect, so we are keeping it. Next is Ace, and he got the cosmic trait, which increases health and damage, another great one. Now for Ruki, and we got the same cosmic trait again. That is some consistent luck. You can also craft gear later to make your units even stronger, but that comes a bit later in the game. Once your units reach level 50, you can ascend them, which boosts their stats even further and lets you keep using your favorite characters. Alright, time to jump into gameplay. There are a few modes here. Tower of Ascension, which unlocks at level 20, and Story Mode, which has 6 different worlds. We will start with Story Mode. To win the next stage, we need 773 combat power, and we already have more than 1,000, so this should be easy. When the battle starts, your team automatically fights the enemies and you can just watch the action. It feels a bit like an idle battler, but with anime characters, and it is surprisingly fun to watch. Ichi is dealing massive damage, almost one-shotting enemies. That is crazy. We are barely taking any hits, so that is an easy win. Another cool feature is that you can speed up battles with 2 times or even 3 times speed, which makes grinding much faster. Each unit has its own special effects too. For example, Ace has a chance to burn enemies, so they keep taking damage for a few turns after his attack. Those little details make the game feel really alive compared to other Roblox anime games. Next stage now. It needs 1,000 power, and we have 1,300, so that will be easy. And there we go, another win. Now the boss fight needs 1,500 combat power, but we only have around 1,300. The enemies here have about 1,000 health each and deal a lot of damage, so this one might be rough. Let's try anyway. Yeah, that was close, but not enough. No problem. We can fix that by leveling up our units. I have 15,000 coins, which should be enough for some upgrades. Let's level up Ichi to level 20. Our combat power just went from 1,300 to over 2,000. Now we are talking. Let's try the boss again. And Ichi is destroying everything. That is an easy win now. When you upgrade your team, it is better to level up everyone evenly instead of only one unit because every character contributes in battle, and we won again. Nice. Time to move on to the next world. Before that, let's check the battle pass. Looks like we leveled up and got 1,500 gems. That is a nice bonus. Let's also collect all the gems from achievements. There are a lot of them. You even get 300 gems for every new unit you unlock, which is an amazing bonus. Now we are back to 10,000 gems, so let's summon again before we move on. First 10 rolls, and we got Mythic Yuji. That is awesome. And wait, we also got another Mythic, Gear 5 Luffy. That is insane. 3 Mythics already. That is a dream team right there. Let's level them up and roll some traits. Now our power is looking really solid. We can move on to World 2, which is the desert or basically the Naruto world. The final boss here has 6,000 combat power and we have 4,000, so we will start from the first stage. The first one only needs 1,000 power, so this will be easy. Our units are hitting really hard, Yuji especially because he can attack 2 enemies at once. And that is another win. The next few stages are a bit tougher but still easy to manage. Alright, now we are stuck on stage 5. We need more combat power. Let's upgrade our team again. We just reached level 5, which means we can now equip a 4th unit. I will add Flamingo because his passive gives 25% extra damage, which will help a lot. After upgrading everyone, our power is now over 5,000, which should be enough. Stage 6 done easily. And now we are facing the final boss, which needs 6,000 power. We are close to that, so let's go for it. The enemies here are 5 Kakashi units, and they are annoying because they can dodge attacks, which makes fights take longer. But even with that, our team managed to win. Final boss defeated. Now we have unlocked the solo leveling world. This one looks really good, and the enemies here are much stronger. I really like how Anime Story handles progression because you are constantly earning rewards from missions, achievements, codes, and the battle pass, so there is always something to upgrade. It never feels slow or repetitive, and that makes it really addicting to play. Overall, I am really impressed with this game. If you want to try Anime Story yourself, the link will be in the description. If you have any questions or just want to share your summon luck, write it in the comments. For exclusive content giveaways and to hang out with the community, you can join my Discord and Roblox group. And if you want a chance to join me in game, follow my Roblox profile. Thanks for watching and make sure to subscribe for more Roblox content.